Can you be racist towards people?
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting I start. Sorry. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Respectfully, how does this have anything to do with dating? And no.
Doesn't actually have anything to do with dating. I just felt like asking the question. I'm a goblin. Okay. Do you want to answer the question? Do you want to answer the question?
No.
You can't be racist towards white people?
Well, hold on. Let's get everybody's answers first before you. Okay. So no. What about you?
I'm not going to talk about this.
Should I just assume that your answer's no?
Just go. You can just
Come on, just answer the question.
No, I don't need to.
I'd say yeah. It's fine.
Yes. Okay.
No.
No.
I think you can be racist towards anybody.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Really quick. Promise we won't linger so long on this. Why? For those of you who said no.
Does anyone else want to answer?
How about you answer?
I just feel like you can't really be racist towards a race that has had all the privilege in the world their like entire lives. And it's like, maybe you can be racist on a one-to-one level, like, oh, you hurt their feelings, but you can't be racist in the sense of like systematic oppression. That's that.
Well, being racist is just judging someone based off of their race.
No, it's not just that, girl. It's systematic oppression as well.
I thought the definition of racism was judging someone based off of their race.
No, it's not just that, like I said.
Well,
there's
what's your
layers
definition?
to
What's your
it.
definition of racism?
My definition of racism is, like I said, systematic oppression by like a whole institution, a group of people, something that's like actually a force, not just.
So I've heard.
To me and you called me white.
Let me
you called
give
me a cracker.
You don't think that would be a racist thing to say?
I think that you were just trying to be. I feel like at that point you made like a dumb joke that could be interpreted as racist. Yeah, but I don't see that as racism.
So you're saying are you saying on the micro level?
Yeah, on the micro level, you
yes,
can try to
but
be
not
racist.
There is no
white
macro level racism
yeah,
towards
exactly.
white people.
You get
okay.
my point. Yeah.
And so I've heard this definition used: is racism prejudice plus power? That's the definition that I've heard.
Yeah.
What about you? Your thoughts on that? Or why? Sorry,
yes,
why?
You said you weren't going to linger, and you said you weren't going to grill us on this.
Well, a couple minutes is fair. Just a couple minutes.
It's been, what's the timestamp on this?
Okay, just go ahead. Answer the question.
I told you my answer.
No, I mean but why?
Why do I think that you can't be racist against a white person?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would go along with the logic that racism is prejudice plus power, and white people in the context of American society have systematically been the people who held the power. You can go back to the genesis of America.
Any quick thoughts on this, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, I would just move on from here to something a little more lighthearted.
Yeah, I just want to say,
Andrew, the debate goat doesn't want to. Okay, all right.
Well, I mean, I would like to engage in it, but I don't feel like if we get into this, you and I'm really good faith about it. Do you really have any interest at all in tangling up on this? Because I would like to get into it with you, but you just seem like you're just kind of adamant about moving on from here.
You would be right.
You would be. She says you would be right, Andrew.
I just want to say I think it's stupid to talk about race. Why does race matter whatsoever? I mean, it's based off of someone's actions, not the color of their skin at all.
I agree. I mean, the way that you can't control your race. And
exactly. So
when
why
you
does
put
it matter?
into the mix, it creates
Go ask the colonizers why it mattered. Like, I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, I just don't think
it should matter.
To them. I wish it didn't to them.
I just don't think
it was wrong of them to care about it.
I don't think race should matter. I think that it's something that's still drug on to this day, and I don't think that. I mean, there's a lot of. I think it's hard to be racist today.
Well, so is there white privilege for those of you who said no to the race? So I assume you guys would agree that there's white privilege.
Yeah, I mean, just even by hearing her speak on the fact that she doesn't think racism is a thing anymore, I feel like kind of speaks on like white privilege.
Well, I don't think that's what you said.
No, I wasn't saying that. No, not at all. I'm just saying I think it's harder to be racist in today's society just because, like, in a workplace or something, you can take that to court. Like, it's not something that...
Not
I think it's around a lot. Yeah.
I mean, you're just looking at it through an intersectional worldview, right? From an intersectional worldview, you think that racism essentially exists because there's systems in place which favor one perceived social constructed race over another perceived social constructed race, right? Is that correct?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
It's your argument.
No, not her. I'm sorry. The gal sitting dead
Let
center.
racism die. Stop using it. Period.
Amen.
Okay, thank you, ACL. Appreciate
so
it.
The one who said that you thought that that white privilege must exist just based on her speaking about race at all.
Sorry, what was your question?
Yep.
What was your question?
I was asking you if you view this on an intersectional basis based on systems of power, and you believe essentially that whites are at the top of that hierarchy, and so therefore they cannot be racist. Only other people can be, or I'm sorry, only they can be racist, not other people.
Yeah.
That's how you view it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where would you fall in that hierarchy? Would you say that you couldn't be racist? You can only have people be racist towards you?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, so then do you consider yourself in that top threshold then of basically whites who are in control?
No, not that either. I think that I have the ability to be oppressed, and I also have the ability to be the one doing the oppression.
Okay, so you think that people can be racist towards you?
Yeah, I'm Hispanic, so I fully believe that I can be the oppressor and also be the one being oppressed.
So
not at the
in your
top of the
worldview,
hierarchy, and I'm
Hispanics
not at
are
the
essentially
bottom.
white, or
Huh?
in your worldview, you consider the power dynamic of Hispanics to be that of the power dynamic of whites?
No, I view it as a lesser than.
Then I don't understand, because I thought that you said that the only people who could be oppressors are the people at the top of the racial hierarchy, in this case, whites.
Yeah, but I feel like if I was in a position of power, even though I'm Hispanic, I can still be an oppressor, especially because of the fact that I have like certain privileges that come with like being white passing, for example. So that's why I speak on that in that sense.
So then, how can people be racist towards you then? That's what I don't understand.
I can give you a direct example.
No. Hang on. Before you give a direct example, I want to make sure you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
It is your worldview that whites cannot have racism attributed towards them because they're at the top of the hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you agree that you are not at the top of this hierarchy?
Yes.
Is that okay? Got it. So you're underneath what you think is the traditional white hierarchy.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you say that people can be bigoted still towards whites even if they can't be racist?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me why it would be more immoral to be bigoted than racist?
More or less moral, you said?
More immoral. Why would it be more or less immoral to be bigoted versus racist? Or are they morally equivalent?
I don't know.
Well, like, if you're bigoted towards a white person because you can't be racist towards them, is being bigoted towards a white person just as bad as being racist towards a black person?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, because if it is, and bigotry can still exist, and bigotry against whites can still exist, then I just want to know which is worse than the other.
I think both are very bad. I don't know what you want me to say about that.
If they're both bad, then if we just replace racist towards with bigoted towards, then wouldn't that still create kind of the same dynamic that other races can still be bigoted towards white people?
No,
and
it's
so
not the
therefore
same
just as
dynamic.
bad as when whites are racist towards those races.
No, it's not the same dynamic because then other races are still experiencing that systematic oppression that actual racism, like for example, getting
So
killed
would
by
whites if you're
cops,
bigoted against them?
that the white people who are getting bigoted against wouldn't be facing. You get what I'm saying?
No?
One final thought from the both of you on this, and I do have to move things on.
Yeah, no, I don't understand what you're saying.
So you're not saying that you don't understand how systematic oppression can be
ACL
worse than being
2008
bigoted
donated
against?
$200. Imagine living in the country that bestowed those privileges upon you. Anyone can live the highest perceived success level possible. I came from poverty to the middle class.
Any quick final thoughts from the both of you on this, and then I have to move things along.
Yeah, I'm just saying
So I hope
that
to wrap up
if
soon.
morally one's not more reprehensible than the other, then other races being bigoted towards whites would be morally equivalent to whites being racist towards other races. There are moral equivalents in your worldview. So, I mean, one isn't worse than the other.
On a small scale, no. On a large scale, yeah. So I stand by my own point.